Welcome to Small Arms Solutions. Well, that time of year is coming around again where people are going to be battling each other in the stores. Well, for all of us firearms guys, we don't have to go into those stores and take part in the departmental store barbarism. We can go right to Brownells and we can look at some of the really cool deals they have for this time of the year, and put together a few of my favorite things to go over with you. Now, everything that I show you guys in here, this is all stuff that I either own or I use regularly. It's stuff that I have a really firm belief in. And everything that you see here is going to be on a master list on our webpage. So you can go right to our webpage and you can see all the codes where you can pick these things up. And a lot of these things are on sale too, so take a look at that as well. So I think we're just going to jump right into this. The first thing I don't have in my hand here, which you see a picture of it, this has been something that's been going on for a couple months now. It's the Lewis Machine & Tool MRP Starter System. Now, this is Lewis Machine & Tool's monolithic quad 1913 rail upper receiver. It comes with 3 different barrels. You can either get it with the New Zealand barrel, which has the bayonet lug, a standard 16-inch barrel without bayonet lug, and also a 10.5-inch barrel. Now, the one that I'm going to recommend to you is going to be the New Zealand with the bayonet lug, because this is the first and only time that Lewis Machine & Tool has ever offered the bayonet lug on any of their MRP barrels. So I don't know if this is going to be something that's going to be in production permanently, or whether they're just getting rid of some barrel overruns or whatnot. But bayonet, it's cool, right? I mean, why not? I mean, it's you either can put one on or you don't, but it's nice to have that there if you want it. So that's why I would recommend that one, because I just don't know for sure how long they're going to be around. And this price is sick. Normally, you would get this upper receiver for $1,258, where it's on sale for $699. Now, it does not come with the bolt carrier group or the charging handle. Upper receiver with the barrel. As I said, you can choose which barrel length that you want. The most important thing about this is once you have that upper receiver, that is your entire universal upper receiver there. Just by popping out those 2 screws, you can swap out barrel lengths, operating systems, calibers. That's your starting point. From there, all you do is buy barrels and on occasion a bolt maybe. This is a system which I think is probably the Gen 4 M16. I think it's the most significant advancement since the release of the M4 carbine. So that's the first one we're going to talk about. The next one is the Browning Retro series of firearms. Now, I have been absolutely ecstatic about what Brownells has been doing. They've been doing some awesome things here. A lot of my passion for these rifles comes from the original rifles, the early first production rifles. Shown here is the BRN 601. This is a copy of the original one that the Air Force purchased and the first one that went to Vietnam. Now, this has gone through some updates since it was first released, probably around February or March is when they were released. These now have the proper gray finish. So this thing looks exactly like it's supposed to. I've actually gone a little bit further with some additional components that I've gotten from John Thomas over at Retro Rifle Works. That's something else that I'd have you guys take a look at as well. He makes a lot of the retro bolt catches, safeties, and so forth. But the rifle that Brownells has, they have both a black and a gray one. I recommend a gray one because the gray one is the most period correct. You have your triangular charging handle. You have your duckbill flash suppressor. It's pretty cool when you fire this thing and you hear that ping from like a tuning fork when it fires. It's pretty cool too. But the BRN 601, this is an awesome rifle. They've done an incredible job. And Brownells is continuing to do more and more innovations as well. They're coming out with more parts. You're going to be seeing very soon a retro style ejection port cover, one of the original early ejection port covers, which has a different kind of a latch on it. It's a lot smaller. Obviously, this is the improved version, but they have the earlier. They're spending a lot of time and a lot of money to recreate obsolete components. So this is the BRN 601. Now, Brownells does also offer a blem on this one too, a blemished one for $1,099, and that may or may not be there. I don't know how long it's going to be there, but that's as of right now, it's still there. The next one is the XBRN 16E1. Now, this, of all models, is my favorite of all the M16 models. This is the first one that went to the Vietnam War with the Army. It had the manual forward bolt assist. It had the captive firing pin. It also had the new production 3-prong flash suppressor that was used until it was replaced by the bird cage. The nice thing about these is if you were to find an original one, the original XM16E1s had all the parts that caused the problems in the Vietnam War. The nice thing about this one is this one has the updated parts, the updated barrel, gas system, bolts, and whatnot. So this is going to be a shooter. And both the 601 and the XM16E1 version here, these both have 1 and 12-inch twist barrels. Now, they do make some 1 and 7-inch twist barrels, but to be period correct, they're 1 and 12s. But this is my particular favorite one. This also has another new part that's coming out within the next few weeks or so. Brownells is now offering their retro safety without the tick on it. Believe it or not, that's very hard to find. The only one that's out there without a tick on them are the current Colt ones, and the latch is different on the left-hand side. It's much longer. It's not period correct. So they're going to be offering period correct without the notch on there. That's a new part coming up as well. The next is the XBRN77E2. This is the quintessential carbine of the Vietnam War. This is the Army version, which has the forward assist. They did an incredible job on this. You have everything from a two-position stock receiver extension, the polymer Type 2 stock. Of course, you have the retro handguard and pistol grip. You have a 12.5-inch barrel. You also have an extended flash suppressor here that's set up for the grenade launcher. Now, this looks just like the moderator, but this is just an extended flash suppressor. So what we have here is an excellent retro clone of that one as well. The next one we're going to go over is what I thought at SHOT Show this year was one of the most significant releases in the industry. This is the BRN-10. Brownells has gone, and they have made a recreation of the original Armalite AR-10. This particular one here is the Sudanese model with the longer handguard. And as you can see here, they paid really strict attention to detail. We have brown furniture. We have the original carrying handle. These were actually made off of a laser machine that took the measurements off of an original receiver to recreate as close as possible. Lower receiver also was created exactly like the original AR-10 was. Top charging handle. You have a period correct front sight base as well as a flash suppressor. We have brown furniture. Now, this rifle is also going through some other updates right now, too. There's going to be a new pistol grip release that's going to be more in line with the original AR-10. You have a chrome-plated bolt carrier group, which is very much similar to the original as well. They also did a lot of work to make that bolt carrier group look original, but they still kept it compatible with the current systems. So this, to me, is one of the most significant things that's been released in a long time, because as anybody who likes the AR-10, you just can't get the original ones. There were so few of them that were ever made and so few parts kits. But this gets you right there where you need to be to get one. There's also a Model B. This is the A. The B basically has black furniture, and it has a thinner barrel, more of a lightweight barrel. I just like this one because it tends to be, this looks more like the original ones did with the brown furniture. Now, the retail on this one is $16.99, and on the black one, the AR-10A is $15.99. The reason is the barrel. The barrel on the black one is significantly lighter, so you have a less cost in the barrel, and also, obviously, it's less expensive for them to manufacture black components than it is for them to manufacture brown. So you do have a difference in cost there as well. But again, I tend to prefer the brown one, but they're both on sale. The next one that's on sale, this is a rifle that I'm extremely fond of. I do have one, but unfortunately it wasn't easily accessible to me at the moment. Is a Lewis Machine & Tool New Zealand, or NZ16, which is basically an exact copy of their New Zealand rifle with two exceptions. One, it's not full auto, and two, it doesn't have the computer chip on it that's used for keeping track of serial numbers and maintenance records. This rifle, as you've seen on video, this is probably my ideal combat rifle. It has the 16-inch barrel, which I prefer. It has the bayonet lug. It has the war comp. It has the fully ambidextrous lower receiver, SOP mod stock. It has all of the best features that LMT has to offer, and a combat-proven weapons platform that you just build on from. You can build on from there. But this rifle is certainly a piece of history, especially if you're an LMT fan. Being their first major military contract, their first. They've had a lot of contracts for special forces and some sniper rifles, but this was a regular contract. So I would definitely recommend this rifle very, very highly. The next is a pistol that I'm pretty fond of, too. It's made by GSG in Germany. It's imported by American Tactical. It's called the Firefly. Now, this is identical to the Sig Mosquito, just with a different name on it. It's very, very well made. This particular one's set up with a barrel for a sound suppressor. I use a suppressor on this one on a regular basis. For as far as accuracy and reliability, this thing is awesome. It's got high sights for a suppressor. As far as reliability, I've had very good luck with this, and this has probably got at least 4 or 5 bricks of ammo, both subsonic and supersonic through it. Very, very well made, and it's very inexpensive. It's also on sale. Regular price is $249. It's on sale for $179. You cannot beat this for a 22 flanker, especially if you want to have one that's going to have a sound suppressor on it. Brownells has recently brought in HK416 parts kits from Germany. Basically what these kits are the entire HK416 rifle minus the barrel, the lower receiver, and the bolt, which obviously you have to have made in the U.S. to make them legal. What makes these sort of special is this enables you to be able to build your own HK416 with as close as possible to the original 416. Now, you do have the MR556, but somebody who wants to go a little bit closer, the barrel that Brownells is manufacturing is the M4 profile. So you have a hammer forged chrome line barrel for what Brownells is getting you. The bolt, very, very high quality, fits right in the standard bolt carrier group. In the lower receivers, the forgings come in from Germany, but they're manufactured here. They have the same pictograms and so forth. Now, this rifle, a lot of you guys who've kept up with it, they're quite fond of the HK416, being the fact that it was what dispatched bin Laden. It's been used by some of our special forces, so you like the lure behind it, some of the history behind it. This enables you to be able to build your own with mostly HK parts. Because unfortunately, we're never going to be able to import those because of the importation ban for the entire rifle. Even the MR556s, even though they're all HK parts, some of those parts had to be made here in the U.S. The original cost for that parts kit was $32.99. It's on sale right now for $2,999. And right now, Brownells is taking pre-orders for the bolts, barrels, and the lower receivers. The next product is the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield, 2.09mm with a crimson trace red laser. The price is $396 on sale for $349. Now, this is a nice compact pistol. It's a 3-dot sight system, plus it has a crimson trace laser. Lasers are quite good for self-defense. Now, I don't advocate them for accuracy. I advocate them as a deterrent because generally what lasers can do for you is they can prevent something from escalating. When somebody sees that red dot on them, they realize that if they don't stop what they're doing, something really bad is about to happen. So it works out really well for basically de-escalating a situation before it gets out of control. Again, lightweight, it's a really good price. And the pistol also includes a $25 gift card. The next is Lab Radar. Now, for those of you who are reloaders, this thing is a heaven sent. Now, I be the first one to say I hate chronographs because you have a combination of first you have to line up the rifle with the target, and then the rifle target have to be lined up in the sky screen so you don't shoot your sky screens, which I have done on several occasions. Not to mention, I've had a lot of bad luck with chronographs and the fact that they very rarely work. You don't have the right light conditions. The last one I had was when you plug into your smartphone and it's supposed to work, and it never worked. So I absolutely hated it. The Lab Radar is absolutely incredible because it basically does. It puts out a radar field. And you don't have to worry about lining anything up other than the target. You got a little sight on top of here to line up with your target. And it does an excellent job. It gives you your velocities, it gives you all your dispersions, and it also will give you all the needed information for you to plug into your ballistic calculator for your long-range shooting. So for a long-range shooter, for a sniper, for a reloader, this thing is absolutely heaven sent. Regular price at $559 on sale for $499. You guys have seen me use this quite a bit now. Before, because of my frustration and not having a decent chronograph, I never really included any kind of ballistic information. I do now for the most part. Most guns, I'll throw through this and we'll see what the barrel, what the velocities are of various types of bullets. And it's pretty cool too, because you can see some of the differences between same manufacturer and different weather conditions. Cold weather versus hot weather. A military grade versus a commercial grade. You actually can learn quite a bit from a chronograph to see what your gun's doing in different environments with different ammunition. The next is a rifle that I do have one myself that I've made some modifications to. The Colt AR15A4 rifle. Basically what you have is a commercial copy of the M16A4 rifle. Now for those of you who are trying to build or who would like to build a exact M16A4 replica, this is the closest you will be able to get to it because depending on the rifle that you get, you very well may have the proper markings on it, whether it be the receiver codes on the upper receiver, whether it be an F-mark front sight base, whether it be the barrel codes, or in some cases, if you're lucky enough, you'll get a Colt marked bolt and bolt carrier. Now, there are some differences between that and the A4. The biggest one's going to be is the barrel extension. It's not a rifle, it's a carbine one, so that differs. In the front sight base, it's hit and miss whether you get a proper F-mark front sight base or not. But other than that, the rifle is as close as you're going to get to a M16A4 carbine. And that retail price is $12.01. The neect product we have is the Sig P320 subcompact, 3.6-inch barrel with a 12-round magazine. Again, this is an excellent self-defense pistol. It's a good size. It's got a good magazine capacity, lightweight, accurate, reliable. This is a new generation of 320s that has all the corrections from the original ones. I certainly would recommend that for a self-defense gun, lightweight. That is on sale. The original price is $579. It's on sale for $439. So it's it's only 1.55 pounds. It's a very, very lightweight concealable weapon. And this pistol includes a $50 gift card from Brownells. The next one we have here is a Aero Precision M4E1 parts kit and lower receiver. Now this comes with a Magpul Mo grip, and it comes with all the fire control parts. And for anybody who's building a lower receiver, this is an excellent, excellent deal. This is the M4E1 lower receiver. This one has the flared magazine well. It has a nicer sculpture to it. It's a lot nicer looking than a standard Milspec one, probably a little bit more durable. It's also manufactured out of forging. Regular price is $149. It's on sale for an incredible $89. This is also a blem, so you have some blemish on there. But for that kind of a savings, a gun is a tool. If you're looking for a safe clean, this probably isn't your lower. If you're looking for something you're going to put together, you're going to take out to the range, and you're going to use and abuse, this is an awesome deal. Also at Aero Precision, they are releasing one of their blem lower receivers, just a strip lower receiver, the Milspec Style. There's a regular price of $84 for $63. For that price, you buy a few of them and throw them in the back of your safe for, if you want to build up another rifle, or you want to hold on to them for investment purposes, especially in the current political climate where they want to ban parts kits and whatnot, for that kind of a price. Now, again, this is not one of those things that you want to build a safe clean out of. These are blemed, but they're designed for rifles that you're going to be taking out to the range, you're going to be abusing. Again, a rifle is a tool. It's not meant to be a trophy piece or heavy collectors. These are designed as battle rifles. Now, the next product that Brownells offers is a Geissele trigger. Now, this double-stage trigger is specifically made for Brownells by Geissele. Now, as you may or may not know from watching my videos, if I have a two-stage trigger in one of my guns, it's a Geissele. There's no question it is the finest double-stage trigger in the industry. For the single stage, I always go with Hipperfire. But this is a particular one that was manufactured specifically for Brownells to offer you guys a savings. The regular price is $219. It's on sale for $139. My next item is another upper receiver. This is a Colt CCU, or Colt Combat Unit upper receiver. Now, this one comes just the upper receiver. It comes with the bolt carrier group. It's a 16-inch barrel with a mid-length gas system. This is the first time that Colt has ever released a mid-length gas system, and they did a very good job with it. And it comes with a 13-inch Centurion rail. I am extremely fond of Centurion rails. They actually were designed by a recently retired Navy SEAL. Monty does an incredible job over at Centurion Arms on making these free-floating handguards. The original price is $699, on sale for $599. Now, this is probably one of the better upper receivers Colt's put out in a long time. They've listened to the customers and giving them the mid-length gas system, which people want. Now, we have another Colt upper receiver as well. We have an LE6920 upper receiver. This upper receiver is the M4 style LE6920 upper receiver. It does not come with a charging handle or bolt carrier. You can choose those wherever you want to put in there. But this gives you a standard Milspec 16-inch barrel, M4 profile, F-mark front sight base with a good military-grade chrome-lined barrel. Price goes from $449 to a sale price of $399. Now, another thing I use that you guys are always asking me about is my Gerber effect tool. I've used these for many, many years. It's basically designed for an M16. These particular ones had come with an Otis kit where it was compatible with their components, like their pick, their roll pin punch. You have a front sight tool for the M16A4, M4. You have a screwdriver on here for adjustments of sights and whatnot. And we have a forward assist, which basically use this to engage on the notch to push the bolt forward. And we have this one here. You can place anything that you want. I just happen to have a pick in there for cleaning out the extractor grooves. Now, this has been out of stock at Brownells for quite some time, but we were able to find it for you guys on Amazon. Brownells usually charges around $92. Amazon's price is $59.95. So those of you guys who always ask about this is what is the Gerber effect tool. That's where you can get it. Now, we also have, which we've had for quite some time, what I feel is the best cleaning gear, best CLP in the industry, which is manufactured by G96. Now, the CLP is the finest that's being used by the military right now. There's two different types. You have the standard CLP synthetic, which we refer to as the Mobile 1 of CLPs. And we also have a biological one, a biodegradable one. Either one of those, and we have the traditional G96 gun treatment, and it's a smaller bottle of the CLP. Now, we have a code on there. It's SAS10. You get 10% off of your entire order. So you put in that code, anything that you get off of the G96 website, you get 10% off. And those of you who also watch me, you know that I'm very fond of the Manta rail panels grips. These things are the best rail panel protectors in the industry. They protect your hand from the most heated rail systems. And they also don't burn. You can light them with a match and they don't burn. These are not just rail protectors. They truly protect your hands from heat. They can be trimmed to whatever length. You have them that they will go over pistol grips. You have them that will go over sound suppressors. You have different ones that have tracks through them, so you can install optics or whatever that has a cord underneath the rail, so the cords aren't hanging out and getting caught at anything. We have a product code, SAS20. You get 20% off of your entire order from Manta. So you plug in SAS20 and you'll get 20% off of your entire order from Manta. We have merch. We're offering a discount code at our merch store. 10% off your entire order with code 10 off. You can get hoodies, shirts, cups, stickers, and we have a new shirt coming out for the season. We have a red shirt that says, "Make firearms great again," and it has our SAS logo. So we're going to make Christmas great again. We're taking pre-orders for patches as well. The email will be linked below where you can access those. We also have, very, very important, we have beard grooming accessories. We have proper oils. As you can see, my beard is shining as nice as can be. Santa, he's actually one of our viewers. And we've sent over to him a sample of this, and he's loving it. You're going to see a really shiny beard on him this year. We have a 50% off code for conditioner, for shampoo, for oils, for balms, to make your beard really look like it should and shine for the season. And that'll be included on the list as well, and make sure that your beard is dead sexy. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed my list here of products that I really, really like and I think that are great buys. As we said before, that there's a master list on our webpage that gives you the locations and the codes and everything where you can pick these things up. And from our family to yours, we hope you have a very, very happy holidays.